Hello there everyone, this is iMark3 and welcome back to Dream Engine's Nomad Cities, where I've kind of done what I threatened to do and I've rearranged slightly, though I did make some happy discoveries while I was doing so. But I want to continue this, and I got a comment saying I should continue this, so we are going to continue this, and hopefully I'm setting myself a very lofty... Is that a worker? Hi! I didn't know you guys actually wander around. I set myself the lofty goal of actually being coherent. Well, more coherent in this episode than I was last episode. We're gonna die. Anyway, okay. Right, so happy discoveries. These power poles actually real... Oh, I forgot a connection. There we go. Sorted. Quest averted. I did say we were going to die, but there you go. Right, there. Prediction achieved. The only way is up. No, I discovered these Tesla guys, they can actually reveal automatically around them, so you know, it makes sense, power range and stuff, so having them scattered around the place does help. I've installed my city extension over here, and then use it to actually put my population on, so this is the area is now housed. That's just like a random flux generator over there doing its own thing. I upgraded a power plant which wasn't upgraded, and I also didn't have only one of these upgraded, so I upgraded both of them now to generate flux with tar. But the result is I've got two tar intakes, which is a bit more than needed for just these guys, I think. Let's have a look, see, because this number is how quickly it. Oh, this one's only on basic flux. I want you to use tar flux. Right, yeah, minus 3.2. That's how much it consumes. 3.2. So these numbers are important. I've got plus 16. Let's pause it because this is like important. That way we're not progressing the map. Yada yada yada. This one is running basic because I told a lie. Oh no, I did upgrade it, but I put it down here instead. Right, minus 8.2. So that's more than one of these guys. This guy consumes at a rate of 6. This guy consumes at a rate of 6. I feel like I don't have enough. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. I think you're low just because you only just started up, so that's like 20. This guy, if these two guys upgrade them, is going to be another 16, so that's 30, 36. 37 is what I need? I've only got 16. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I need another 3, I think, and that'll keep me even with everything going flat out. Though I am still using my central core as a redistribution point as well, so a bit more efficiency going on there. And yes, I am also rigging with the plan that this will be a section city that's going to come with me, because you know I don't want power to go down. Ideally, merge into there. You will also unload into there, and you will just merge across. So I've also kept these two other happy discovery. I can pause. I go into free cam mode because obviously I can't move my tink, and now I can just click and rebuild immediately. So I can rebuild while paused. Quite helpful. Quite helpful. Right. I've left a little gap around here because I want to get resources around to different places, ideally, and I might not have the space to go around the outside of the city because the expansion zone seems to go to the edge of these patches of unbuildable here in some cases, so it's like, maybe pushing up when there's edge there isn't the best of ideas. But if I need to run something past, I can just run it straight past. I've got enough space left to do so, to get, say, wood from down here through the middle of the city up to here, instead of just slamming it all full of buildings. So I was trying to avoid that. Also, yes, I am overweight because I just put some more stuff on my thing, but that's a situation that's hopefully going to improve. Slight lag spike there as I get initialized combat for the first time in this particular session. Okay, so there is something though which I did mention, which is we actually had a comment. Glad to see from Happy April. Happy April was very active for quite a while on the channel comment-wise, but then I've actually been a little concerned about how quiet it was being for a good bit now. But then again, he did say it just like drops in on my channel page every so often, see if there's anything interesting going on. So I guess I was just doing stuff that Apiaper wasn't really interested by. So I tried to ignore the little whisper of the paranoia. Yes. Yes, the whisper, the voices of the warp. Punch this, shoot that. Blood for the blood god. Skulls for the skull throne. Milk for the cornflakes. Yeah. And I'm also recovering from being off my bed for a little bit. If I'm still weird, then that's kind of why. But ooh, this is a dead end. That is quite convenient, actually. Okay, let's go ahead and pause, free cam, and get this set up. I'm going to have to remember if I can do that. That is very useful. The comment reads, I think I saw this game in an early Let's Play somewhere a few years ago. Yeah, that seems to be about right, actually, for when it was first coming out in early access. I mean, I tried it back then as well, so it's been sitting in my inventory for a long time. It's just like, I decided that I would wait until it gets a bit more further along in development before I actually came to have a look at it. I think I mentioned this in the last episode. But I also had too much going on at the time, which is also part of why I decided not to. So yeah, didn't know it only reached 1.0. Now I do want to see more of this game. So yeah, that's the bit. I agree. I do want to see more of this game as well. We are going to see what happens together. We're going to watch this city flourish and grow, and it'll only ever be good times and sunshine and rainbows and puppies and, you know, all the good stuff. Yes. And actually, I've messed up slightly. I need to get a output feed for these. Oh well, that's what the move tool's for anyway. Then the question is of where do I want the output to be? Because I've got this here ready to accept a second workshop there. If I just U. Oh, that's a potential cheese. I couldn't actually put one on there because it was outside my power range, but with move and pause, I can actually use this to reshuffle as long as the power zone still connects. That might be a potential issue going forward. Who knows? Anyway, this is the one that's set up for Starwood production. It needs a supply of logs. Feed back into there. Ready for a log feed, which I am not currently set up to take here if I put a workshop there. So actually I do want to feed this in this way. So that means I'm going to need some. Oh, I need flux. I need to run unpause to get some flux. That's why my flux was going down. Rails aren't actually free. I never actually bothered to check what they cost. Huh. The more you know. I know. It's a bit of a catchphrasey kind of saying, but it's like, it's true. The more you know. Though I don't know what the rest of the saying is, I must be entirely honest. But yeah, knowing that Rails actually cost me flux, that explains why when I was flux positive, it was still going down massively. I was doing big construction projects and things. Oh, well, okay, right. Anyway, the second half of the comment. On topic of seeing more, what happened to Captain of Industry? Lost interest or just forgotten? And that's it for the comment. So there will be a video out before this one, which is, we'll get an answer to that one, but I will say here too for the comment. Basically, I got stuck in my own headspace a little bit with that. As like, I was just going on like, blood efficiency, cool. I need to set aside like 4 to 6 hours for recording time because I want to get it all in one go to make sure it's all good. And then it's like, it's not lost interest because I was thinking of it on a fairly regular basis, but it was a case of when I was thinking of it, it was in times when I couldn't guarantee the recording time for it. And when I actually had the recording time, either real life or other situations or things would get distracting me, so I just wasn't thinking of it. So I was just stuck bouncing between those two states and in the end, ultimately not getting anything done. Must admit, that does happen sometimes. But I have admitted before that sometimes I do need a little bit of a nudge to get properly started on something. It's just the way things sometimes go, and it turned out that getting Captive Industry Season 2 actually rolling was one of those things. Shame that it had to be, but on the plus side, yeah, I'm actually going to be getting started and getting that series actually off the ground. It's only, what, maybe 2 months late? Question mark? Threat levels increasing. I do need to get defensive towers soon. I need to get the towers up. I also need to check... Actually, what do I need to upgrade you to the next level? Stuff I don't have. Awesome. Let's actually get that connected as well. So, that's 2 factory games now going... Oh, it should be on right now. This one and Captain of Industry. Which I did actually shake the rust off, so that's something I can actually step into without too much trouble straight away. It's just worth noting that something that caught my interest when I was doing that was a challenge map. And so it's not going to have much open spaces. I mean, that's one of the reasons why in the previous series I was like going here, there, and everywhere. I had tons of room, I could do what I wanted kind of thing. Let's actually get this in a separate spot, I think. Because I don't want to put more stuff on my main base right now. I mean, I've almost got my food infrastructure off the main base, just so that that's doing its own thing. Without adding to the total weight. But I think since it's only tier 1 processing, I'll just slap down the basic stuff from along here, which is going to be... Where was it? There we go. The hammer guys. Yeah, stoneworkers. It's hammer time. Only the 2, but that's okay because Bloodwood is not yet fully functional. Actually, that seems like I'm overloading the conveyor system a tiny bit. That's the first time I've actually hit a limit on the conveyors. That's got 2 on it. Let's throw 2 on that. Then this. Let's go ahead and pull it down towards the city. Into this area, and then just plug it in on this side of the city. So yeah, having some extra space around means I could have plugged it in on this side as well, but I'm keeping that just in case I need to move something past it. But the fact that these belts are actually getting congested is a slight concern. There we go. Okay. Building under attack. Okay, so I missed something. I forgot. Well, actually, no, I completely forgot. It is... Oh, of course, it's on the far side of the base. Yeah. So yeah, Captive Industry. There's going to be lots of digging holes in my future. That much I can say for sure. But then again, that game, it seems to be about digging holes on an industrial scale, I must admit. Ah, that's not free either. It is actually something that you need to pay for. Also good to know. I never actually realised if it was or not last time. Anyway, I need to build defences. Okay. That's why I was looking around actually as well to find the choke points. I've not explored as far as I like because I was getting resources. You know, you must get the shiny things. Okay, here they come. This is not the attack wave, by the way. This is just that local things that stop me from building some defences. And it looks like this is also the route they're coming in on as well. So this is actually where I want to be anyway. So clearing these guys out so I can put a wall up was actually the best idea. Look at me, I did a thing. Yay. Not really in a position to put... Actually, no. Because I've actually built up another bank of like these guys, because like I got rid of them all in the last city. Now I actually have enough flux to put up a couple of basic towers. So we should be good. Also, a sandstorm rolled in. Don't know if you noticed, it probably doesn't affect how things look at all. I knew this game did its thing with style, but I didn't realise it had like actual storm effects like this going on as well. Pretty nice. All coming in this way. Also, in the process of like finding the places, we've got our first crystal patch too, which we do need for some stuff. I just need to actually start harvesting it. Though it does say there is some more stuff still coming. That's just straight up flux, though, to put that down. Oh, still enemies nearby? Okay, sure. But actually knowing where the paths are is helpful in general. And last map I was kind of too passive and a bit too confused. Well, confused. I didn't have a firm plan in mind, so that's part of the reason why I think last time was a bit of a mess. Or at least I feel like it was a mess, I don't know. Does Mark 3 make clean content? Vote by making your comments known below. I'm guessing the answer is probably going to be sometimes, usually not. Whatever. Oh, hello. New council head. Okay. How we doing? Labour likes me. Science faction, kind of meh, and kind of meh for me, because I went against them last time, so Labour I went with. Upgrade materials comes in faster, less flux. I can't say I like that. Harvest is more upkeep, but they also produce faster. I think science actually this time. So sorry, military. You're going to get another -2. Not quite enough to get you into a danger zone, but I want the harvesters operating at peak efficiency. Now, the crystals. Infrastructure upgrade available. Awesome. This is producing base crystals, but I'm not quite sure what I need for that upgrade. It is not the base crystals. It might be the refined crystals. Where's the refinery? Actually, I'm not sure I can refine it. At least not yet. This is the other thing. This game I went into it without actually doing a prep run to get partway through the tech tree first to learn things, and I think it kind of shows in how well I know what I'm doing, because I generally feel like I don't quite know what I'm doing. No, there it is. There it is. Feather crystal to feather. Oh no, into feather stone. Produce at the stoneworker feather crystals. Inputs. Crystals and something else. What else? Is that featherstone? I'll be honest. I am feeling like even though you lose any raw resources kept in there. Well, that sounds like the. Yep, that's doing something. I feel like just flat out using this as a central distribution hub to feed into more. Well, feed in for any resources coming in and out would be a really good idea. The problem is then the variety of resources, isn't it? And yes, workers are a problem. Power is a massive problem. I have my first level 2 house, which is giving me an extra 3 pop space, but at a 60% increase in upkeep. So that's increasing my density a little bit, but I do need what I've just unlocked though, which is the flotation devices. Let's see, a bunch of crust featherstone, a bunch of flux. It's also kind of bulky as well, but oh, it also needs power and flux to maintain it too. Can't be too close, so there is a limit to how dense they can be. Also worth noting. But I do need another power plant. Also, it turned out the material required for processing crystal was indeed the featherstone. So that's why I've got a featherstone line running all the way over here. But centralized distribution to pull out as needed would definitely be I think it would make things a lot simpler. I should probably rebuild to take advantage of that as and when I can. The thing is, I don't want to block this line coming in. Actually, no, it does evenly take. So if I do that, put the crystal in there, then this one I can use as an outflow to get to there. And you will be just the crystals. Yeah, yeah, I think I will restructure again to take that in mind at some point. Maybe when I hit the next zone, because that's when it's like pause, take stock of the situation, stuff like that. That might be a good approach to keep doing. Anyway, must keep on, must keep searching, must keep expanding. Also need power plants pretty urgently, so must do that. The list of things that must be done in this game is kind of extensive, which is good, but also it's kind of like, watch yourself, boyo. If you get overconfident, you're going to have a real fun time. I think I need to pause some buildings too, just to free up some people. Alright. I think we've got ourselves a ruin. Again, not played super deep at all. It's the only pre-playing I've got is literally into the demo, and that's it. Come on. Maybe I can get some crystals here, but anyway, yeah, this is a ruin of some kind. There's a lot of nasties over here. And actually, I can't really deal with those guys. Oh no, I can. It's just that they are kind of big and chunky, so my crossbow's not quite ready to deal with them. I am researching spiked fists though. Remember I queued those up at the end of last time, so that's doing good. Materializer ruins. My materials will be able to produce something, only activate a feather times. Alternative, you can scrap it. So I can craft something, make feather crystal if I've got with feather stone. I can just make that out of flux. Okay. Or I can just scrap it for resources. I think I'll scrap it. Food, flux, and some 5 fuel as well. Cool, that's the most of our last launch got back, actually. So there we go. Our power is about to run out, though. And also, I must admit there was a slight mistake as well earlier when I was talking about the upgrades I've done to the power system. Actually, with that in mind, I can actually turn off a couple of them, because they're running away, but I don't really need them at the moment, so just leave them be. I said I'd upgraded one of these, but I actually couldn't, because the first tier upgrade actually requires requires crystal, which I don't have. Now, what's wrong with you? Oh, no, oh. So I'm making the crystal, I just don't have an output line for it. Whoops. Well, that's the thing I'd sometimes do, isn't it? Also, there should be an infrastructure upgrade available. Yeah, there is. Right. Upgrade it to the next tier. We can do something to try and boost ourselves. Better research production, better upgrade material production. Actually, that would probably be a good one, just might make it a bit faster. Cart speeds, that would improve our rails. But there are some better tier ones actually here, just if I boost up the overall level. So I think I'll pick up faster materials, and maybe I'll focus on that, just try and get those up so that increase that. Wait, what's this one? Max materializers allowed +1. Materializer, is that the guy that's working in the workshop? Must check. Must seek knowledge. Yes. What do you say? You are not a materializer. I don't know. You're just a worker. I don't know what materializers are, actually. Well, worth knowing at the very least. Okay, to make myself a spiky fist, extra damage against armor, that's probably pretty good. It doesn't seem to show me much, but it does require a little bit of starwood. Good thing I'm making that, and a chunk of flux. Sure. I'll also make some extra stuff as well. So inventory, extra repair kits. Yep, and basic fist. DPS 75.9 versus 94.8 for a spiky fist. Yes, please. And hey, yeah, it is physically modelled as well, so yeah, we've got spiky fist. Unlock crafting more details. Okay, so I can now craft. I can make better ones. Spikes for fist level 2s and level 3s. Ah, so yeah, gear outside the basic stuff, you can upgrade it. Nice. And yeah, the extractors are kind of stuck behind the fact that it's stuck behind how the rate of resources. And so yeah, I think having the storage there is good, just because it pulls the resources out of the map faster. But I still need to try and explore some more, just figure out what's where, and at the very least gather more resources too. Oh yeah, that guy just got one hit. Oh wait, no, that guy was a basic guy. That's not something to be super impressed about. Though the colour's different. Oh, actually, this is going pretty well. Raid number 2, here we go. This one's a little bit further out because I found a choke point a bit further out, so you know, I'm gonna go that way. But we do have 2 towers and things already set up here. I even doubled the wall just to make sure, but yeah, this is actually going just fine. Wondering why there's a little X over... Oh, that's because it's like depleted, yeah. That's something I've got to keep in mind, I'm not quite used to, is this game, the resource deposits actually do deplete pretty quickly. Kind of wish I had a bit more firepower to contribute to this, but... Let's be fair, it is going pretty darn well anyway. So I've got enough firepower at the moment, and I am currently working on the repeater crossbow as well. Ooh, there's another source of bloodwood. Urge to restructure city. Growing! Must resist! There's no point harvesting resources that I can't process. Though that's it, with decent flux, that's still okay, because all it will cost me to make the stuff is flux, mainly, to get the belts down. You know what? It turned out being a bit of an idiot. Right. Most of the structures we've dealt with so far, we've had to hit the upgrade first to get level 2, and then they get an add-on slot. But the power generators actually come with one by default, which just need flux and featherstone. So I don't know when I upgraded things or things like that, but all the power plants are now switching to tar power. I even graded this one with a second slot because that's the one that needs crystal. They need crystal for the power generator level 2, which is what, extra 50% speed at 40% worker increase, so it does get more efficient actually as a grader. That said, I do need these guys now as well though, so turn them on because these 3 generators are all switching to tar power suddenly. Better production line. There's better research types, more efficient research types probably. I could probably do. I need the crushed featherstone. Yes, having that featherstone crusher off actually kind of hurt me a fair bit. Turn you back on as well, and suddenly I'm at minus 11 workers. Yay! That's something I miss from the old Caesar and Pharaoh line games, and many other city games as well. Like the ability to prioritize where my workers go. Can I? I mean, I can pause and unpause the entire thing. I'm partway through to the next one. Potatoes reduced, harvest increased. Global station on 1. Yeah, not really much going on here, honestly. Now, can I afford? No, because I just spent all the featherstone that would have taken. I think I just need to expand the residential sector, honestly, come what may. Yeah, let's do that, I guess. We've got space over here, and we've got the flotation devices almost within our grasp, so boosting our population is probably gonna not bite us in the backsides, but probably will. Who am I kidding? This is totally gonna come back and make us regret it. Hello, what's this? You found a nightmare rift, one of several possible spawns for extreme plagues during raids. Rifts are unstable, you are unable to build near them. Okay, so the map does have specific entry points where the enemy comes in. That's good to know about. And that's what marks as the edges. They come into the region through the rifts. Right. And yes, I'm getting slightly battered, but I am doing some exploring, and I have got some extra sources going on now for Featherstone and Bloodwood. But something I've neglected is building a expedition center. So I should think of doing that, really. Oh, hello. Pause it. We've got ourselves a vital thingamajiggy. In the form of a repeating crossbow. Half damage to armoured. Okay, that explains why they're so bad against the bigger enemies that are showing up later. Type rate 4. I can't exactly compare until I go to my inventory screen, though. 8.8, 10 points. So about 20% increase in damage. 42 to 53. So yeah, about 20%. So switch that over. Good. There's also basic hull. We don't have nothing we can do for. Well, I don't want to alternate weapons. Press X to switch between primary and alternate sets. Okay, so I can have different sets involved. Right, Expedition Center. Let's see, can I afford you? I cannot. We're missing 1 feather crystal. Of all things. That said, there is some feather crystal in the line. There it is. Okay, right, expeditions. We can set up an expedition. It must be on the base plate. There we go. No, that has massively increased our takeoff weight. Overseer, we believe we know the location of the Nomad Research Facility. It's in the desert area nearby that has a danger rating of 2 skulls. Locations with higher danger ratings have tougher dream plagues. Please make sure Tiny is well equipped and the city is well defended before flying to more dangerous areas. Objective, fly to a 2 skull or higher desert region. Okay. For expeditions. Expedition screen. Every map has different expedition options depending on the biome and map difficulty. Expeditions differ from each other in their cost, prep time, expedition time, possible rewards. Also see info before selecting which one to take. 2 phases. A preparation phase and an active phase. Selecting an expedition, the upfront cost will be paid immediately, and the preparation phase will begin. Throughout preparation, the expedition center will have an upkeep depending on the selected expedition. When preparations are completed, the expedition will launch, and there will no longer be any upkeep except for the expedition crew in the form of workers. After a worker is completed, yes, we are making artificial workers. Why aren't we making artificial workers out of bloodstone wood and featherstone for limb joints and powered by a desert crystal shard? And why? Well. After completed, return to the worker pool, choose your rewards. Extra loot may contain resources, fuel, and some unique items and bonuses. Okay, so this is another potential source of fuel. Unique items and bonuses are not acquired elsewhere, so there are some unique things too. Requires some. As long as it's something that requires a basic raw material, but I think it doesn't. It all requires process. So yeah, upgrading my processing sector is gonna be a must-have for a longer-lasting place. So this basic one though, 2 resource crates or module crate. tiny little city core may be found here. Oh, the city core can take modules as well. Okay. Or a rare resource crate. That's the only difference. Let's visit this. Actually, this one's slightly cheaper to prepare as well. Slightly smaller, slightly cheaper. Let's go ahead and do that. So that's running. Minus 11 though on the worker front, which is massive. Don't like that at all. How are we doing population? Actually, we've got plenty of space population. We're good. We're good. We're good. It's just our population hasn't grown yet. So having population to transfer between maps is also a really good idea. I want to just have like input, input, a couple of input lines which can accept a few resource feeds coming in, and then output to where needed. But I really do need to start to process more stuff at the end of the day. I mean, upgrading stuff does actually allow for better efficiency, but there's only so much. Also, I'm not sure about the house upgrade. +3 workers for a plus 60% increase. Though it does make more flux as well. Can I upgrade my wood shaper thing? Requires a bunch more starwood. Okay, yeah, so having a couple of buildings for each resource type seems to be okay-ish, but do need to keep going. Right, there is a spread crossbow, there's a starwood crossbow, there's another expansion, and there is light starwood reinforced plating, which I feel like would be probably a good idea. Extra move speed because it's lightweight. Also acid shard mining. We do need acid wood for our next main center upgrade, so that's going to be a thing to need. Yeah. Words. Also, I have no idea what cactus is. Probably a plant resource in the acid areas. A cactus. Can get stone walls though, but it requires sand, carbonate sand, which is made from something I don't recognise. Oh, carbonite, which is made from cactus. I guess that's a farm thing then? Wait, why can we turn acid into power? Very effective though, -2 acid to +36. Tar power is -6 into 22, so acid is actually much better. Though acid is... I think acid is just from acid shards, therefore it's a mined resource rather than a resource I can just dig up with a tar collector. So that is also worth noting. Huh. Well, there's more things to be doing. Light starwood reinforcements. 2 hit points, but also 0.6 move speed. We just hit level 4, and I am exploring more of the map to figure out more of what's going on, but yeah. Unlike last time, I am not just sitting back slowly trying to puzzle things through at the base, because the base, despite the fact I want to rebuild it all again, is in pretty good nick. And the better weapons are, I think, making a difference out here as well. I've not even upgraded anything yet because I don't have the starwood for it. I think I want another starwood warper if I can, but you're new. But the thing is, starwood though is we're also having a few issues with resource levels. The stone mines are also kind of low. Oh, I can actually break the little things. Okay, what are you? You are a fuel cache ruin. I can either I can craft some fuel or I can scrap it. We actually got quite a bit of fuel space, so fuel extraction X24, 77, 78, 79, 80. Not won't quite fill us, but we do have the flux for it. So yeah, let's do that. 1 charge, but we topped up our fuel reserve quite nicely. There's also a thing coming in which from a known known source. Maybe I should fortify further out just to murder the things quicker. But then again, that'll make it harder to actually go out and do the Free cam. Can I click on that? Yeah, I can. Okay. So it's coming from this one, which means it's going to hit over here, which has double walls and twin turrets. I will up the turrets to a quartet barrage. So there you go. So 2 can fire at the first enemies, and then the other 2 will stagger behind. So staggering fire means that if the projectiles are hitting things close enough, they will switch between targets as needed a little bit. Let's... Oh, yeah, can't do that while attacks incoming. I did also secure another Featherstone mine, but as you can see, like, these 2 recent ones I grabbed are my main source now. And these guys are screaming out for resources to continue production of base Featherstone, which I need for a whole bunch of stuff, like so many things. As always, the factory must grow. And resource starvation is a very real thing. Don't have anything else, though. And I've still not really had need to tap into this crystal mine, I don't think? Question mark? That's Bloodwood, that's crystal. You've got another 86 to go. We could accept... Oh, yeah, see, I'm barely using my crystals. I'm just sipping at them because I've only got the one shaper working with them. I could flat out just upgrade it, though. How am I doing for workers? 12. I was thinking of doing another one. But instead, if I have the Featherstone, I will actually go ahead and install... Oh, no, it's Starwood I need. A second Starwood shaper would be a really good idea. Actually, you know what? Since it's such a good idea, why don't I just stop saying it's a good idea and implement said good idea? You're already level 1, but you've already got the add-on slot for that, so you don't actually need to be level 2 in the first place. You are level 2, so okay, I was missing this point completely in terms of some upgrade slots, unless I unlocked those through the infrastructure upgrades. Did I? I did not. So where is that coming from? It's not from the council, is it? No, I don't have any faction bonuses. That's not coming from there. I don't know where I got that idea from, but yeah, some buildings just have upgrade slots to start out, and some buildings don't. Turns out the Woodwarper is one that does, in fact. So yeah, I just need to plug that in and get it sorted. You can connect to that one there. You can connect to there, straight through. Gotta love these automatic crossing points, but you do have to have a space to turn them on the very least. Now I just need to get you connected. That's the reason I'm exploring out this way, because there was no choke point set for this area. And I'm still not sure where it is, because it's a bit more interconnected. Maybe one here and one here would be the way to go. Yeah, let's do that. There we go. Achievement up and away. Build a flotation device. That has almost caught me up to where I need to be taking off in the first place. This thing can be upgraded as well to increase its upkeep in fuel cost by 50%, but also increase its carry rate. So it's a flat upgrade there, but also gives it a module slot too. And also it takes 3 fuel extra to deal. It has increased my fuel capacity as well, it seems like too. Yeah, plus 15, there it is. Right, we are net negative on food. I never actually upgraded my original setup, so we might want to do something about that. I'm also thinking, like, if we get a flux to upgrade these guys, would be good, because that would be 50% extra upkeep and 50% production speed for 40% more workers to make those a bit more efficient. Because then, if we upgrade a couple of these, we can strip up one of these guys out, which is like 4. Almost gets us there. I'm also eyeing up the level 2 upgrade of these, which we don't have flux for now, but plus 50% to production speed for flux, plus 55% upkeep, but plus 5 workers. So the level 1 upgrade is worse, but the level 2 upgrade is better in terms of efficiency. And it's all still in the same space as well, so there is that stuff going on too. Without flux, though, yeah, I'm on the razor's edge a little bit for the flux. We've got these guys turned off still. but my city isn't big enough. End of the day. We are about to get a free expansion as well, so we'll be able to rebuild it bigger and better than it was before. That's part of the point of this. I think that's one of the things about this game that you don't normally see as much. This one, it's because you can rearrange it for free. It just takes a little bit of time. I can basically just like, if I've got a decent flux supply for any new conveyor belts and things that need doing, that's clawing its way up right now. I think I need more of that. Then I can actually just pretty much restructure as and when I like. It's just that I need to make sure to take any upgraded stuff with me because they are more space and work efficient than the other stuff that came before them. Alright, there we go. But yeah, so far we are not in real danger here. Even though Tiny has almost been blown up a couple of times, that's mainly due to my own ineptitude rather than the risk I'm facing right now. Because remember, the actual on-map enemies, they don't upgrade as the threat goes up. They are still as they were as we spawned. Ah, more bloodwood. I think we need more of that, because I think our supplies have been exhausted again. That one has not, but with an extra shaper we do need more of the stuff. I was running out of bloodwood planks to make defenses and things. Okay, exposition completed. Got achievement, Tomb Raider. Gee, I wonder what that particular one's named after. It's a mystery, isn't it? So, do I need to go back to the centre? There we go, select rewards, right. Food, flux, or featherstone. Oh, this is just resource quick 1. Okay, what do I need? Can I check my city resources? Actually, we need flux. We do need a whole bunch of flux. That'll be good. Flux will be good. Second one, planks. We are very short of that because, well, I've put in a third one now to help with that, but we still need more of that. And last one, a farm yield module. Installed in farms, 1 per building. So, okay, so 1 farm can increase its yield by 50%. Berserk module. Double the damage I take. I'll probably get myself killed. Ranged weapon attack rate plus 35%. And melee weapon damage plus 70%. Okay. Or cart speed in cities, 35%. I think I'd die if I use that more likely than not, so I will pick up the cart speed module. We can afford some more stuff as well. Looking for another item module crate is probably a good idea. Oh, what's that, a Dream Tech? Dream Tech materials and artifacts. High chance to find a Dream Core. Old World scraps, bloodwood, food, and crushed featherstone. 10 cycles. We just very recently hit threat 5. Also, that requires 18 workers. I've only got 12, so I don't quite have the population to throw that. But Dream Tech, I am very tempted. Also, that's just a standard equipment crate. Equipment and upgrade modules for Tiny, while the other one is like items for, yeah, just item modules. I don't really have much of modules. You know what? I will take this 8 cycle one, I think, even though Dream Tech is tempting. I'll pick that up some other time. Let's grab another module crate for now. And in the City Core, I install that for extra cart speed so that my rails are more efficient. Always a good thing. Anyway, back to what I was doing, which is like plugging in some extra bloodwood sources to the place, because I've freed up that one. This one I don't... No, I haven't quite freed that one up yet, but it is now on my path because I've just finished exploring this corner, so it will be mine very, very shortly. How did they get through? Oh, I see. It's because I forgot about that. They got through because that is of course, not actually blocked off by a physical obstacle. That is just an open field. So yeah, of course they can get through that. Whoopsie. That's what you get for not for there being a pause between the last one and this one. I remember actually I discovered that last time, and yet I've done the same mistake here again. So it's not quite sunk in yet. It seems like. Okay, there we go. That's sorted. Let's actually go ahead and fix that by moving this stuff over so they have to actually engage the defensive line. And of course I need to repair. Fixed. Right. Ooh, I've just been upgrading my population, trying to upgrade my power supplies a little bit, but it's like I'm still running very short. It's mostly people, so I've got extra housing space up. I'm trying to. Yeah, I've got extra housing. I look at the thing, it's like, nope, you're already maxed out, buddy. Nope. I am trying to get my housing space up a little bit, but I'm not quite there yet. It was you. You are level 2. You are. I have enough, so I'll boost you to level 3 because that +5 is very tasty. 50% upkeep for a +7. Ooh. They get better and better. Unfortunately, it's got materials that I can't actually get yet, so that's not going to happen. And of course, this means I'm short on crystals and things, but I can upgrade you at least. I feel like I wanted 50 wood for something important now. Was it upgrading one of these guys? No. But upgrading one of these guys with my 35 out of 35 is a good idea, because this is one of the two that's actually working on getting more starwood. So yeah, get that sorted out. And yes, I know I am low on wood, like raw bloodwood logs, but that's because, well, lack of workers is the main cause there, because yeah, that was offline. Just need to connect you to the main feed line for the bloodwood section, which is like just into there. But there's actually 2 mines down that way. I just don't have the people to run them. And of course, all of this, my food is about to drop below 100, so I actually need to get more population just to get more food going too. Or I could actually stop ignoring it and just upgrade that. Actually, that'd be a really good idea, get an upgraded food plant building. There's the food plant that's actually on my city bed. Upgrading you costs me crystals. 50, 50, 40 extra module slot. And the production line upgrade allows more recipes. Okay. Yeah, so things are going pretty smoothly. I think once that outpost finishes, that'll be it for this map, and I can be setting off to the next one. So this one's wound up, from the timing, this one's kind of wound up being another whole episode on a single map, which is actually pretty convenient, because it means that next episode will be in an entirely new location. And since the main objective is to go to a 2-star desert, it's either going to be, I guess, resources, or it's going to be higher difficulty. Or both. It does recommend you get higher upgrades and things before you go to a higher difficulty, but I've barely started on that, so I feel like I want to prepare a little bit more first. Just for longevity. Because I am trying to survive, regardless of what difficulty I may or may not be on. Which, if as memory serves, is on neutral. So I don't get any real strengths, but I don't get any real weaknesses, which is just fine by me. And there's only a little bit left to explore up here, but that's because this rift is where that particular attack wave came in from. So I backed out to head back to base, and it's a good thing I did. No, is there another rift down this way, or is it just a dead end? I think it's a dead end. Yeah, it's just a dead end. Oh well, I'll just kill this stuff and move on. Have I been an idiot this whole time? I know, I know. Iron Mark 3, that covers so much ground. There's no good place to answer. But I think that's plus 2.2 on the potato farms. And I've just upgraded this food plant level 2 and it's minus 27. Even the basic one's minus 18. So these food plants weren't even working flat out to begin with. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 22. 24. 26. One more and it'll be over, going at full capacity. But yeah, I can just like rearrange this to have away from all this. I never needed that in the first place. That's been running the whole time, but I never needed it. Again, Iron Mark 3, that's happened a bunch of times before. For any people more specific, it's just like when I make mistakes, I make mistakes. Okay, I think that's what it boils down to. But yeah, going by the numbers, I can streamline my production pretty effectively. There it is. Old military outpost. We have got ourselves a thing. Let's see now. We have got old wood scraps, engine fuel, or live wire on the rare resource one. So we can get fuel straight out of rare resources too. So it is officially classed as a rare resource. 43 old wood scraps, 33 live wire. We spent a chunk of old earth scraps on that expedition in the first place, actually. So maybe that will recoup our expenditure in that regard. Live wire, I've got a small amount of, but I've not found a use for yet. We can store the fuel. Let's take the fuel. We're about to launch anyway. Single-use device camouflage is my city's preference, pausing the pause threat for 20 cycles. 78 knowledge flat out. Refined tar blueprint automatically unlocks a refined tar recipe and starwood from refined tar production. Hang on, is that a thing I can research naturally, or is that actually like a specific tech? I wish there was a search bar in here. Refined starter. Ooh, we might be about to add an extra step. Oh, there's materializer. Use flux and renewable raw materials to create resources that can't otherwise be produced in the city. Okay. So that's what the extra plus materializer thing is. We can use that to create resources we couldn't otherwise get. So, yeah. Match-specific resources we can get a limited quantity of, it seems like, from that. Smelter. Odorful machines that refine raw materials into usable ingots can produce many metal-based recipes. Okay. Carbon flux. I'm looking for refined tar. I feel like it might be a unique tech. Now we're getting into flaming copper and nightmare materials and things, so that's way up there. Refined tar probably isn't that deep if we're going to get it normally. Because it also said it was like a starwood recipe too. Let me just search the tree some more. Okay, I've been looking. I've not actually found anything else there, so I think this is actually a unique thing. Oh, it's from a tech crate. I should have read the crate type. That'd probably been a bit of a clue. The smoker is 20 cycles without any kind of threat increase. That is amazing for staying longer in a region. But the unique tech, granting refined tar in the workshop, a 1-to-1 ratio to make refined tar. With higher flux concentration. Too heavy or unstable to be carried, so it'll use it or lose it. -3, 4 and 3 into 6 to make starwood. my recipe currently? Starwood. 3 and 4. Okay, so it's actually more efficient. Double the output rate. Actually, that is really good. That is really good. If I switch to using it for making Starwood. I'll grab that. I'll take the tank. Yes. Yes, please. Okay, what we've got? Modules. General use upkeep module. Any building, minus 30% upkeep. Scouting, plus 10 visual range. That is potentially quite useful. And another Berserker module. Game, are you trying to tell me something? An individual building's not that much in the balance of things for the most part. I think a scouting module for a tiny is what I'll take. There goes to extra scouting range, lets me see further while exploring the map. Potentially quite useful. I'm kind of low on that, so I should get some more repair kits. I've been using them steadily. And oh, that's why I was thinking like a whole bunch of stuff for. I need a lot of Starwood for actually upgrading the Starwood equipment. If I can, at the very least, do something with some of my other stuff. That's a Drep Dust I can bring in anyway. Bring with me anyway when I finish the map. So, yeah, we're good. We're good. As you can see, we've also explored most of the map, and we're tapping most of the resource deposits too. So, as you do, as you do. Running low on food, so that's why I need to get my food situation stabilised. I'm using a lot of power, so I'm not really doing well on power supply. Flux is kind of building, so we're in a bit of a shaky position because of the expansions I've had to do to increase my population size. We're also overweight by 2 points as well. Not the best. We do have an upgrade though. Yes, please. I can't select the higher tier stuff yet. I'm guessing that might unlock a level. Oh, it actually tells me level 4. I need to keep investing in that. The problem is all of this stuff is potentially quite useful. But I think more prep time just to keep on going is probably going to be what I want to do. Oh, look at all of them. Oh, and they just forced the city council on me. Okay, you know what? Time for the increase 50%, damage reduced by 20%. Oh, that's not so good. Reduce enemy raid numbers but increase production speed. I can go against the military one more time before I hit negative. Power production increase. Power's been tickly. Upgrade materials reduce. I'll take labour. Yeah, so your labour's in power again. Those armoured guys actually broke straight through my defensive line there. So actually, threat 8 is about the limit, hitting some limits of what I can do. The gates just couldn't withstand the big armour guys that are turning up. About threat level 6, I think, is really when they start to appear. Well, that said, you can probably tell it's going really well. I've managed to scout out basically the whole map. With the increased scouting range of that scouting upgrade, there's a few... it's letting me check spots without having to fully clear it. But I can see exactly where stuff is. That's just a corner. Oh, get out of here. But the armoured enemies is definitely a bit of an issue. Okay, right. Apart from a few pockets, map clear. 160 cycles. Thereabouts. 10 cycles is actually not that bad. But I didn't have the population to send out another expedition because I did consider it. But I had the issue that, well, the issue is that I needed to resolve my food production, which I have by slamming in some extra farms. So that is now ticking away over here. It would be if you were not having issues. I think because I moved you so your output is not actually in play. Yeah, that was it. Now we've got the food production sorted out. So yeah, we are preparing to leave. If only I could upgrade this guy, but it needs the other resource which I can't quite get. So I'll need to leave something behind, but there is a lot of stuff on here that's not upgraded, at the very least. Honestly though, I do like what's going on, as in the mix of, like, you know what, let's boost this power plant. Then let's boost you. Because these 50% output, right? So I can actually get rid of one of these guys. And then that should let me... Yeah, there we go. I'm now light enough, because I swapped some upgrades around. Though that said, we aren't quite much using enough star tar, so we do need more tar in general. But we also need to start doing the refining, which is done in a workshop. So that's something we need to do with that recipe we unlocked. But also I need more people just flat out in general. Now, this is not turning into an Ion Mark III. We need this, we need this, we need this. Admittedly, sometimes it's good to have the thought process out like that, but it's like, at the same time, if you're saying all that but not really getting anything done, then what are you going to do? Put that star tile I've got in randomly in there. I might as well just stash... Well, the crystals are flowing through. I think I will do the restructure I mentioned, like, next time, though. Where resources can flow into here as a distribution hub, and then it goes to everywhere else in the city. But I think I should have upgraded a... Yeah, I can do another city expansion. And at new threat level, I do not like that at all. What am I actually waiting on to go? I think I'm just waiting to refine some resources, and that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Launch. Prepare for takeoff. Cost me 9 fuel. But I don't think I want to stick around any longer. Just need to remember to pause and scrap everything before liftoff is actually properly achieved. It's time. Scrap. Scrap the farms. Scrap the towers, because the towers, of course, and the walls require wood. Scrap everything. Get back resources, because we will need them later. And honestly, because we're launching without any kind of threat going on, it doesn't really matter either. So, if we can get back the resources, go for it. I think that's about it. That's oh, just yeah, one more defensive line there, and Rob's your uncle. There we go. Right, so we are ready for the departure. I think. Question mark. That farm is off our thing as well, so yeah, get rid of that. Plus 6 more. 6 more is 6 more I don't have to replace. So yeah, I mean, it doesn't quite feel good gutting everything, but it's like, you know, we can't take it with us. And with the balloon where that is, it's probably going to be lopsided, or it should be. I'm thinking of the that Flying City game I played a few years back. This thing should be tilting like crazy. Though that said, the central core does count as a lift device for terms of like placement collision, so can't actually place that next to the lift device or too close. So, supply depot ruins, middle of nowhere, less expeditions. That's not ideal. Reduce propagation. Well, that's the desert. I'm thinking desert because we do need crystals for a lot of our current progression. Our crystal supply is less than ideal. Though there is also some Blightlands, but map. Oh, that's the Trip Infestation map enemy difficulty. What does a Blightland actually do? Extra Starstruck Tar, less raw Featherstone. That's not too bad. We could go get some acid shards for the first time. Though all of our current options are also 2-star, except for this one over here, which is only a 1-star. Oh, that starts at threat 4, when it's threats like 6 and 7 that were starting to breach my defences. That'll cut my life expectancy from like 160 cycles to maybe 80 cycles with my current defensive options. So that's not ideal. I think I'll fly elsewhere because I do need more time. 1-star Blightland, no. 1-star Desert, which doesn't have shards. I think Global Infestation might just be larger because my settlement's larger, and that might be a thing I have to live with. Okay, we've got a 1-star Desert down here, a little bit of crystal, a little bit of featherzone, a little bit of logs. There's a 2-star with more crystal, but also with cactus. Okay, so that is actually a map resource. Meaty fruit that grows in desert areas. Meaty fruits. So we've got a Cthulhu situation going on. Industrial cache, fuel cache. Materializers are better, but I don't have those anyway. Farming reduced even further than normal for a desert. That's bad. And enemy raid numbers increased. Okay, what about here? Less tar. Okay, I can survive that. Extra power production. Love to see that. Fuel caches, tech ruins, and materializer ruins. I think I'll go to this 1-star desert just because I want the prep time, and it does have some stuff. The Tireless style isn't too bad, but it's definitely much better than that minus 35% food production for farming. That is awful. What's that? Restless. Threat increases 30% faster. That sounds painful. Very, 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 very painful. Reduce movement speed. Okay. And that's also tireless. So yeah, I'm just learning a bit more about the things. But this desert here, we're going back into the desert, but we are in a new zone, of course, with our flying city. Something I've noticed about feeling the feeling of the game, these last 2 maps, it's like often in colony or city games, it's like you sit back and wait for things to happen. But this one, because it's got mixed in like third person, isometric combat / exploration, finding resource nodes on the maps and things, there's actually more to do as you play. Like the game does keep you busy doing those elements instead of just like focusing purely on waiting for the city to tick over and generate another 2 resources of Dragon's Toenail to create the mystic feather cap of Baltharag the Great, or whatever. You get what I mean. But yeah, we are here in the city. I do need to, of course, pause because, you know, food supply is completely crippled. We've got 73 workers spare. I think I will, since I now know that tar thing is a factor, I'll strip off some of the tar production, the ones I've not upgraded. So I'll keep some upgraded as a base, but I will keep those off platform from now on. I do have the upgraded expansion. Let's just toggle off my camera. I wish that was toggled up by default. That would be nice if it was. I wonder if there's a button for that. But it also, I think it hasn't... Oh, no. Look at that. Okay. So last map, it just looked like it was mapping to the edges of the thing, but this one shows you it flat out bulldozes any sections that might generate in the way. So that's something that's worth noting. But if I put it here, I get a massive corner section going in. Over here, it's a slightly uneven edge. Another massive corner section down this way. So there are options for me to try and work out as far as increasing my city size. So I think I'm going to wind up going in this corner, then get my housing area up this way. Also, as a fast question, do I have any inbound crystals? That is a valid question. Do I have any inbound? No. Okay, so yeah, it does drop any auto-dropped resource that's on the belts as well. So that you can't use that as a cheesy way to bring stuff through. Shame, but there it is. What about building production? Is the building production... It's actually still got a crystal in there. Oh, hello. So, an in-progress resource is kept because it's only partially used. Sorry, learning things about game. Anyway, end it there. This has been Mark 3. Thank you all very much for watching. Hope you guys have been enjoying the show. This game is continuing to be I said it before, I'll say it again. It's a mash of many genres. Like, it's got its finger in many pies. But honestly, I don't think that's really hurting it. It feels like it's doing okay in all of the aspects so far. So yeah, I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying the fact my little robot just bopping around from foot to foot. But yeah, I'll probably just like rebuild the city again off camera. I feel like that might become a running theme, but hopefully not, because hopefully I have a better idea of what I'm doing, but hopefully not, yeah. Anyway, enough waffling. End to episode, you fool. This has been Mark 3. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Feel free to like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Helps out me, helps out the channel, give me those virtual head pats I oh so crave. And I'll catch you all some other time. For more Nomad Cities, for some Captain Industry, for Pacific Drive, whatever may be your viewing pleasure. But yeah, I'll see you all later. I need to do another Warframe pretty soon. Ever since the last Warframe video, the cockpit of the Orbiter has been laughing at me. It's kind of disturbing, actually. But yeah, it has been happening.